Alright, what's up guys? This is GMAC SMC. I'm going to play this in the background. This is going to be the mindset you need coming into trading. This is a 5-minute chart just going over the last week's trading. But anyway, a lot of people come into this and think it's a get rich quick type deal, and if you get lucky you can. But you got to come in with realistic expectations and know that it's going to take a lot of work. You're going to lose a lot. And if you don't love this and have a passion for it, it's not going to work out because you're going to quit. You're going to find reasons, to try something else. And, that's why, you're not going to be successful in anything because you keep jumping from one thing to another to another. You have to have a passion for wanting to do this. You got to love the markets. You got to understand that it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of back testing, a lot of forward testing, a lot of journaling. You're going to have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do. You're going to have to recognize the emotions when they come and try to stop yourself or reduce your risk when you're feeling the tilt. And that's something I still struggle with to this day. But nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to come save you, especially as a man. There's a lot of things that you have to do that you necessarily don't want to do. But if you have a family or if you have people that are dependent on you other than yourself, you got to get up and you got to do the hard work. I realized this a lot later in life, but I'm glad I finally did. And it's going to require a lot of reflecting on yourself. It's going to require a lot of journaling, a lot of, if you keep making the same mistakes over and over, you need to be able to recognize it when it's happening and do something different, to correct it. But there's a lot of things that people put out here that it's going to be easy, that you just follow my strategy, or I've got the secret this or the secret that. But to me, it's going to be unique for everyone. You're going to have to get in here. You're going to have to play around with the buttons. You're going to have to see what fits your appetite as far as what kind of person you are. Do you want to scalp the 1 minute chart, or do you want to get on a 1 hour chart, or but all those things come from experience, come from you actually doing it. And until you realize that you have to put in the work, you have to do the hard things before you're going to be able to succeed. There's only so much a mentor or somebody on YouTube can show you. Yeah, they can show you a strategy, they can show you how to do this or that, but until you actually fool around with it and do it, everybody's discretion as a trader is different. Everybody's risk management is going to be different on a trade. Some people's going to go to break even. Some people's going to just set and forget, 1 to 2, and turn the screen off until it's done. Some people's going to watch every 15-30 second candle and overmanage at first. You got to make all these mistakes in the beginning so you can gain the experience, because the experience is something that you can never get from somebody else. They can show you, people can show you what they've been through. They can show you all their problems and pitfalls, and if you're smart you can take notes and do your best with that. But until you get in here and you start executing and you start losing and you start blowing accounts and start seeing how you react and draw down, see how you overtrade, see how you over leverage to try to get it back, until you go through all these things, you're never going to get it. So nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to have, there may be a Discord out there that trades live, and if you've tried it for a real long time and you can't do it, maybe that's a solution, for you, is to try to find somebody that trades live and just copy their trades. But to me, I wouldn't want to be dependent on somebody else. I would want to learn this myself, and I would want to encourage you, even if you're struggling, just to simplify your approach, start tracking your data, master one session, 1 2 hour window of the day. Start with that. Start with one asset, 1 2 hour window, and a strategy, and go from there. And just want you to know that I love you. I'm praying for you, and I'm gonna put another video out here later. I'm gonna try to get the live stream working and going for tonight. But for the people out there just waiting for a handout, it's not going to come, and you have to be willing to accept that it's going to be hard. It's going to take longer than you expected. You're going to lose a lot, and your reason for trading, your why and your passion has got to be there, because if not, you're going to quit. You're going to say, well, I'm going to screw this, I'm going to go drop shipping, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. But I promise you, if you stick with it and you have the passion for it and you love it, that good things are going to happen. So I appreciate you. God bless you. And until I see you later, have a good day.